Good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of GD Goenka Public School, Vasant Kunj, I extend a
Just
warm
a moment,
welcome.
Dhruv.
Yes,
Dhruv,
ma'am.
please change the screen. We are seeing the document. Yeah, please begin again.
Good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of GD Goenka Public School, Vasant Kunj, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you. We at Goenkan Tech Guild believe that being creative while also being practical is more important than ever in today's highly competitive world. Being able to express and present your ideas in an aesthetic manner is a very important skill, especially in this digital era. As the internet becomes more populated, there is an increasing need for cyber ethics, which includes unspoken rules many tend to ignore online. The participants today aim to remind the masses of these rules and re educate them about it. With an aim to mobilize and empower the younger generation of students across the country, we are proud to observe that our initiative has succeeded. ePresenter, like all the other events, is a product of dedication and love for technology. Brought to you by our very own Goenkan Tech Guild, we hope the participants enjoyed working on the projects as much as we enjoyed organizing the event. We hope that everyone who was a part of this goes home having acquired a valuable asset.
The rules and regulations for the event are as follows. The topic for this particular event was cyber ethics. The participants were required to prepare a presentation of 8 to 12 slides on softwares like Google Slides, Microsoft PowerPoint, etc. For the final round, the participants will be judged on their imagination, uniqueness, relevance to the topic, and their technical use of the software.
Now, I would like to introduce the judges who judged our preliminary round, Mr. Shaktik Banerjee and Ms. Sana Gupta. Mr. Shaktik Banerjee, currently a hotelier and visual artist, has received several awards in competitions at national as well as international level. He ranked first at the Delhi NCR World Skills India competition and second in North India World Skills India. Focus on your goal. Don't look in any direction but ahead. This is Mr. Shaktik's mantra for success, and he surely did abide by it. Miss Sana Gupta, an alumna of GD Goenka Vasant Kunj itself, is currently pursuing Bachelor's of Fine Arts at OP Jindal Global University. Her objective is to possess a strong sense of artistry, and that is displayed across numerous art galleries, which were also covered by Hindustan Times and the Times of India. She has also designed book covers for bestsellers 2018, Your Search for Happiness Ends Here, and 2019, Power of Awakening.
And now we would like to welcome the judges for today's event, Ms. Anupriya and Ms. Nidhi. A graphic designer by profession, Ms. Anupriya graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Painting, a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature, and a PG Diploma in Computer Arts and Animation. She is the founder of the House of Kitchens, an e-commerce portal for food startups and home chefs. Her food startup served 5.5 lakh COVID meals across Delhi NCR in 45 days of the second wave, the largest number served by a single platform in the shortest time period in India. Her mantra for success is, your life is yours to make. Just believe in yourself and your ability to receive, to create, to endure, and to achieve. We welcome you, ma'am.
Ms. Nidhi is currently employed as a software developer engineer at Flipkart. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in computer science from the esteemed Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. Her mantra for success, as she likes to put it, is I can and I will. Dear judges, it is a privilege to have you with us today.
It gives us immense pleasure to welcome all the participants who join hands with us to make this event a grand success. For the information of all present, let's first take a quick look at the order in which the teams will be presenting today. With your permission, esteemed judges, we would now like to invite the first team with the team code EP01001.
Good morning. My name is Avika and I am going to present on cyber ethics with my partner. Our code is EP001. Now she will introduce herself.
Please share your screen. Team EP001, please share your screen. You are on mute.
Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Cybercrime affects us through hacking and fraud. Cyber ethics require understanding risks and illegal behavior and protection. Spying on individuals, corporations, and government can result in loss of security. Unethical behavior in comment or other status, finance, gender, and race, etc. Frauds can spying on individuals, corporations, and government can result in loss of security. Threat to privacy is going to be into someone's area of control, which is not for everyone. Frauds harm us due to loss of identity, for example, personal information and bank hacking. Ownership in copyright, if someone uses information without permission. Individual property of digital information cannot be shared illegally. For example, pirated books and pirated movies.
Digital rights, as in movies, audio, etc., should be protected.
Censorship and filtering data for different age groups and areas.
Digital rights divide because of economics, status becomes a gap.
Freedom of information and speaking limitations and precitations.
Conclude, cyber ethical rules should be created.
Conclusion, cyber ethics code should be ethical to remove illegal behavior. Thank you.
उसका नाम लेके बोलो ना
Ridhima?
Yes.
Dhruv and Arshdeep.
Conclude, cyber ethical rules should be created. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a well-coordinated project by Team Code EP001. Would Miss Nidhi like to ask some questions?
Yeah. Hi, EP001. That was a great presentation. Apart from that, while learning, I hope you were able to learn some new things about cyber ethics and security. Could you share some of your learning with us? Like, what is that you learned the most during this presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
I learned that what is cyber ethics.
I learned that what is cyber ethics, and I also learned how to add backgrounds and all thing in this PowerPoint. Ma'am, may I show you this?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. First, how to add background? We just click on background.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. I just wanted to know how you. So you basically learned some of presentation skills and basically about ethics, right? So how and one more question, like apart from that, since we are doing a virtual presentation, like was it hard for you to like coordinate with your partner, or was it easier to make this presentation
Ma'am,
coordinate?
I'm doing this for the first time, so it's a little bit hard, but now I understand that how to do it, and I be able to do another presentations like this.
Okay, yeah, so it was a good experience for you. Yeah.
I learned to search on internet.
Yeah, I think that was a great experience for both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Would Miss Anupriya like to ask a few questions now?
Yes.
Anupriya ma'am, do you
Yeah.
have any questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Yeah.
So I actually just wanted to ask these kids that when they did the research or presented
Ma'am,
You are
on
on
Google,
mute.
I searched that how to make animations on the slides and all. Like, and I also take the help of my father.
Anupriya ma'am, you are on mute.
hello, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask, when you do your research, like you do take the help of your parents and all, and eventually when you present this, are these your own views? Is this something which you feel, or is this something which you have just read?
I have read
feel
from
that.
internet what to do. I have read from internet.
And have you understood what you have read?
Most of it.
And you take your
I
parents' help?
understood.
Have you been implementing this, the cyber safety?
My father is from IT and I take help from them.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Coming up with the next presentation is team code EP003.
Ma'am, should I share my screen?
Yes,
Ma'am?
please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this is solo. I do not have any teammate. Just telling. Share screen. Sure. Good morning to all present. Today's lesson is about cyber ethics. Before we further delve into cyber ethics, let us first understand what ethics means. Ethics is simply a system of moral principles. And now, when we amalgamate the two words, cyber ethic means the moral code of conduct followed in the cyberspace. You might recall your parents teaching you certain manners growing up, your teachers reminding you of classroom etiquettes. Just like that, usage of internet requires appropriate behavior, and cyber ethics teaches us that acceptable behavior. You might be wondering how this might affect you. The answer to that is simple. We are currently living in a highly digitalized world in wherein just a click you can access content from all across the globe. This may have made our lives much easier, but it comes at a cost. The caveat here is that underage users may be exposed to inappropriate behavior, content, and language. In a worst case scenario, netizens may also be affected by additional hazards such as phishing mails, virus in form of links, and so on. Taking a closer look at cyber ethics helps us understand the moral, legal, and social problems that arise in the cyber world. A basic tip to follow is that do not do something in cyberspace that would be considered wrong, illegal, or unethical in real life. Now, let us see the main type of ethical issues we should avoid. The first and the most important issue is privacy. Moving on to the second issue of access rights. Although we believe our passwords are well protected and safe, they may come under the scrutiny of hackers giving them access to private information. Do not worry though, I have three simple tips to help you protect your data. Firstly, always use passwords with different cases, numbers, and symbols. Secondly, do not use any private information as your password, such as a birthday, surname, and so on. Thirdly, never use the same password for everything. As your guide today in the journey of cyber ethics, I will be explaining some golden rules for internet safety to you. Firstly, guard your privacy. This can be done by following few of the tips I mentioned earlier. Secondly, nothing is private online. Anything you say or do can be copied, pasted, and sent to billions of people without your permission. And lastly, assume everyone is watching. There's a vast audience out there. Someone you don't know may have access to your information. Besides these golden rules, I have some interesting do's and don'ts of cyber ethics. Like, do not copy others' work off the internet and call it your own. Always cite the source and give credit to the official creator. Do not download or share pirated content. Always download content from a trusted and licensed site. Now, since our session is nearing its end, I would like to leave you with some interesting words in the cyber ethics dictionary, like intellectual property, copyright, fair use doctrine, pirated software, counterfeit software, cookie, and adware. The new world of information society, with global networks and cyberspace, will inevitably generate a lot of ethical issues and dilemmas. Basic issues have been partially solved using technological approaches and legal laws in the cyberspace. Guidelines and strategies should be implemented so that global information can be used in an ethically sensitive manner for future benefits and applications. I am sure you have learned some interesting new things about cyber ethics during my presentation and would remember few of these rules before entering the cyberspace next time. Thank you.
That was a wonderful presentation by Team Code EP003. Miss Nidhi, please feel free to ask any questions if you have.
Yeah, hi. So like team EP003, first of all, very well presentation. Like
Thank you, ma'am.
from the starting to the end, you were like to the point, stating the relevance and highlighting all the main points and making sure like you're not rushing fast and making others understand the topic too. So that was nice. The question that I have for you is like like your presentation was very aesthetically nice. So could you share your like presentation journey, like how did you come up with like I'll be choosing this theme or the content? Could you like share your experience of making this presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Making the presentation was, quite, ma'am, it was a bumpy road. So actually, at starting, I picked up the designs, few from the net and these talky things, and also there was some PowerPoints. This chalkboard, it was from PowerPoints, one of natural PowerPoint designs. I took it from. They have lots of them, and I brainstormed all these ideas. I did not search anything from the net. But I did use a little help from my parents and teachers and my own thoughts. Basically, I got a little creative and a few little sides like that. So it was basically a very nice journey for me making this project.
Yeah, great. Yeah, your presentation skills were highlighted very well too. So like coming to the topic cyber ethics, what is your like one key thing that you learned the most from cyber ethics, and you'll be like following it from now on?
Key is that do not go to any inappropriate behavior if you're an underage user. Always go content which is trustable. Do not go content which is above your age and is inappropriate for you. That was the lesson learned by making this PPT, to be honest.
Yeah, great. That great presentation. That's it from my side.
Miss Anupriya, please feel free to inquire about the presentation.
Yeah, it was a lovely presentation and I loved your enthusiasm. So how long did you take to prepare this?
Ma'am, 5-6 days or so. First, I
think
had
that's
to,
not a lot of time.
ma'am, I had to first pile up the ideas which I got. Took a little help from my siblings. Both of them are in Singapore, but they gave me a lot of help. I
Uh-huh.
brainstormed the ideas and their ideas. We compiled it, and then I made the presentation. The aesthetics I made in the like in the end fag end. I thought first we should always, do the main thing, and then we have to go with the aesthetically pleasing things.
Yeah, you had that little caricature also, the triangle here and there, and the speech blurbs. So was that your idea, or was that a ready template?
Ma'am, this is a chalkboard. This is a chalkboard.
Yeah.
If you may have realized.
So you knew from the beginning you're going to be using this.
Yes, ma'am.
So
It
that's
looked
nice.
like kind of nice now. Like this. It gave
Yeah.
a feeling like you were in a classroom.
That's nice. So tell me, out of all these things, you have elder siblings, I presume. Did they keep warning you not to get into all these things?
Yes, ma'am. They always protected me from all these things.
And you listened to them?
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
But I'm sure many friends of your age are also venturing into a lot of gaming sites and all, which are unprotected sites.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am, but
ever discuss?
not my friends, not my friends. These people who game, I do not like them. I like normal friends, not those who game and make YouTube channels. No, not my type.
Okay. Okay, but you've never tried to ask them that are they safe when they're watching those channels or creating their own videos? Have you ever spoken to any of your classmates? No.
No, I never spoke to any of them, ma'am. But I have spoken to many more sophisticated people in my class,
But
which do
since you've
not do
done
this.
so much of research, have you not thought that it should go ahead to other children who are probably not aware or maybe not careful?
Yes, ma'am.
You've
Ma'am,
done
this
so
should
much research,
certainly
it will
go.
help.
Ma'am, this should certainly go. Also, ma'am, in police stations, they have also inserted cyber cells for more cyber crimes, etc.
Okay. So you have done your research. I loved going through your presentation. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Waiting eagerly to present their presentation is the next team with team code EP011.
So can we start? Yeah. Have you ever been bullied on the internet? Have you ever been bullied on the internet? Have you ever been experienced that the WhatsApp messages are being sent on their own? Cyber ethics is used in these type of incidents. Cyber ethics. Table of contents. Number 1, cyber ethics. Number 2, types of cyber ethics. And number 3, I'll summarize it. Number 1, what is cyber ethics?
Beta, please present your screen. Go on to the presentation mode. Take it to the full screen.
Ma'am, is it not visible?
It is visible, but not on the full screen.
Ma'am, can I present it?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Press the F5 key.
Just a second. Ma'am, I believe you can see my screen.
Yes. Yes, begin with the slideshow.
Yes, ma'am. So, have you ever been bullied on the internet? Or have you ever been experienced that the WhatsApp messages are being sent on their own? Cyber ethics is involved in these kind of matters. Cyber ethics.
Table of contents. Number 1, cyber ethics. Number 2, types of cyber ethics, which will be explained by my friend. And number 3, I am going to summarize it. What is cyber ethics? You ask. Cyber ethics is a branch of applied ethics that examines moral, legal, and social issues at the intersection of computer or information and communication technologies. Over to you.
Thank you. Now I will narrate types of cyber ethics. First is responsible behavior on internet. One should behave responsibly on internet, maintaining the code of conduct. Second is issues dealing with copywriting and downloading. Third, I will explain crime and punishment in case of cyber crimes. Fourth is internet hacking, which is one of the major source of crime and fraud on internet. And last is cyberbullying. Responsible behavior on internet. We should be committed to responsible behavior on internet, such as no stealing, no cheating, no harsh language, as it may cause unrest in the society. Cyber ethics consists of the code of conduct, responsible behavior on the internet. The responsible behavior on the internet in many ways aligns with all the right behavior in everyday life, but the results can be significantly different. Copywriting or downloading. Copyright is a type of intellect property that gives its owner the exclusive right to copy and distribute a creative work. So, we should be well aware of this clause of cyber ethics. Copyright or downloading is a major issue because children don't know copyright policies. They only try to search what they need from the web and download it for their purpose without knowing the consequences. Crime and punishment that one may get by committing a cyber crime is defined by this clause of cyber ethics. The United States Department of Justice has a recent list of federal computer crime cases called teens. This is the best way to make them aware of the repercussions of their internet interactions. Children are usually unaware that they will get into any real problem by neglecting the use of cyber ethics. It has become easy to track the origin of wrong activity over the internet for an individual user. Internet hacking. This was one of the major concerns while defining cyber ethics. There are major punishments for hacking. Hacking done by stealing classified information, stealing passwords to get into a site, and also recasting of a website without permission. Since the world runs on computers nowadays, hence it is important that hackers should be stopped. They can create viruses that may cause your computer to shut down or hack an important website. Even the entire computer could be hacked. Computer systems could be hacked. What is bullying? Any act of harming, intimidating, or coercing someone is bullying, and when we do this act by using technology, it is called cyberbullying. Electronic technology carried out by the devices and equipment such as cell phones, computers, and tablets, as well as communication tools including social media sites, text messages, website, and chat. Now over to my friend.
Thank you. Now I'll be explaining the do's and don'ts. Number 1. Don't use a computer to harm others. Number 2. Do not snoop around in other people's computers. Summary. Use of technology by students is globally accepted as it facilitates the searching and retrieval of information needed for their academics and consequently the successful completion. They need to cyber ethics themselves updated about the ethics surrounding the use of ICT as it is vital. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was an applaudable performance by team code EP011. Miss Anupriya, would you like to ask a few questions?
Yeah, hi. I love the coordination between these two kids. And how did
Thank
you
you so
divide the
much.
work?
Ma'am, actually, we worked a lot on this. We had practiced a lot and we had divided our work into two parts, one for me and one for my friend.
How did you decide? Who decided who's going to speak what?
Ma'am,
And
we both decided it.
And we both decided.
okay, and who
We
did?
did everything ourselves.
Okay, you didn't take help from your teachers or parents?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So which sites did you take your information from?
Ma'am, we actually just Googled the information that what is cyber ethics and what are the types of cyber ethics and questions like that.
Okay, and what did you learn?
Internet.
Sorry? You were saying something? Yeah, you were saying something. I can't hear
And
you.
I also searched.
You also searched. So that's a lot of search. So what do you derive out of this at the end? You made a huge presentation, but if I were
Yes,
to ask
ma'am.
you both
We
in one line, what did you learn?
Yes. Ma'am, we learned that what is cyber ethics as we were not aware of that before. It was not taught in school. We Googled and we read it so many times that we got to know what cyber ethics and its types.
And what do you take back from this?
I learned the importance of responsible behavior on internet. I learned the issues regarding copyright, hacking, and bullying.
Okay. So how are you going to save yourselves from cyberbullying? Are you all part of any Snapchat or gaming
Ma'am, we
site?
can just put antivirus software in our computer.
Did you check if you have it at home?
Yes, ma'am.
Responsible behavior on internet.
So what is responsible behavior in one line, if I were to ask you?
And following the ethics.
Okay. So I hope you're going to follow this as you grow up.
Yes, ma'am.
All the
After
best.
we've made this presentation, we've
Yeah.
got to know more about cyber ethics.
Okay. All the best, children.
Thank you so much.
Now over to Miss Nidhi if she would like to ask a few questions as well.
Yeah, so from me, I'll just like to share the feedback. Can you hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. So for the feedback, like for your presentation, I like that you were well coordinated. Like you made emphasis on giving your partner the chance to speak and switching back to and fro. So that was well coordinated. And also for presentation, you put a lot of emphasis on the types of cyber ethics, like basically spending time on what all comes under that, and it was quite detailed on that part, so that was good to know. And yeah, the information that your presentation provided was also we can say very thought through and good. So yeah, very well presented, and also like it could be seen like the effort that you had put in all the searching for the content, so that was highlighted well. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Next in line to present is team code EP016.
The internet is all around us and connects us to each other and to the world. Most of us use the internet to enjoy videos, songs, playing games, or keep in touch with friends and family via chat or email.
With the help of internet, we can access various applications for work and many others for shopping and entertainment. Internet touches every sphere of our existence, young or old, and has become an indispensable part of our society, in turn making our lives convenient.
This inclusion of technology in our lives has gradually but distinctively brought its shares of troubles as well, resulting in increasing rate of cybercrime and other cyber issues. This has led to the need to develop cyber etiquettes or netiquettes, which is the need of an art to make cyberspace a safe arena for all.
Good morning, dear judges, teachers, and my friends. I, along with my partner, representing team EP016, will explore and elaborate on the topic of cyber ethics. Cyber ethics is a set of moral rules we should apply to the online environment that will be useful to conduct ethical transactions and make cyberspace a safe place for all users.
The three major issues that led to the need for cyber ethics are privacy issues, which happen through phishing, hacking, financial fraud, or even human error. Breaching of access rights and harmful actions like viruses and malware attacks can cause substantial damage to people and property.
While issues can be intentional or unintentional, we need to have a set of rules to guide us. To not harm others, no stealing of others' data, and no spreading of misinformation. No piracy, saying no to plagiarism, and thinking about social consequences. These are the commandments of cyber ethics for all of us to remember and practice.
We, the children, are the youngest member of cyberspace. Our needs are limited, but the need to be aware of digital world is more significant now. COVID-19 scenario has made cyberspace the nucleus of our lives. Everything and everyone is online. We kids are using a plethora of devices to access cyberspace. This makes us more vulnerable to cybercrimes. Hence, educating today's younger generation is vital. The DQ Impact study revealed that 68% of 8 to 12-year-old participants across 29 countries are involved in at least one of these major cyber risks: cyberbullying, video game addiction, online meetings, and online sexual behaviors. This amount of risk is tantamount to saying that a children is middle of a cyber risk pandemic.
Has a major impact on the mental and emotional aspects of kids. It has led to increased issues of depression and self-harming kids. Rules like stranger danger, privacy, sensitivity, and seeking help whenever required need to be emphasized. We use the internet for our homework and projects, so making kids aware of safe downloading, copyrights, and trademarks instills responsible behavior, online and otherwise.
In words of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, cyber-related risks are a global threat of bloodless war. India can work towards giving the world a shield from the threat of cyber warfare. That means we can be the torchbearers of cyber ethics to old and young worldwide.
So, to sum it up, technology is an indispensable part in our lives. We cannot do away with it, we cannot be scared of it, and we certainly cannot let it be misused.
Education is power, Vidya Paramambalam. So let us educate everyone on cyber safety and cyber ethics. Following cyber ethics ourselves, we acknowledge the sites and software used for making this presentation. The video embedded in the first slide is made using PowerPoint software, GIF and PNG images. Following are the list of websites from where the interesting resources have been taken to develop this presentation. Thank you.
That was really informative. Miss Nidhi, do you have any questions for the team?
Yeah, so coming to your presentation, I could see a lot of animations, videos, and graphics. So, in terms of that, could you share your presentation experience? Like, how did you come up when, like, you'll be choosing this theme and this videos and all GIFs and all those stuff? And like coming to presentation part only, so you would have also searched around various website. So how did you came to know like this website is good to use, good to like search on, and then you could use its content? So how could you decide that?
So ma'am, first we researched on Google, then we created the script. We did some meetings and we divided the script. Then we found this pre-designed template, the background from slidecarnival.com. And ma'am, the most important experience was I was able to learn a lot about PowerPoint in this and animations. And ma'am, I was able to learn about cyber ethics too. And ma'am, these fit our pictures, the animated pictures we have made from Vita app. And ma'am, it's given in the credits also. I think my partner should continue now.
And we used animation and slide transitions on each slide. And on some slides, we had to use smart art. And few pictures which you see are made by us using the shapes and the features of Shape Format tab. So we did researching from the Wikipedia and a few blogs, a UNICEF site, and general sites plus government sites. And we have taken the PPT template, which is available freely on slidescarnival.com.
And ma'am, we went to free sites where the pictures were free, and we took those pictures and added it in our PPT.
And like how did like visiting those sites, how did you decide that this site is like safe to use? And how did you like did you take your any like your parents or even your siblings help to decide on the content? Or
yes ma'am, our teacher guided us, and ma'am, it was mentioned on the website that this is free and it's not dangerous, it has no viruses, etc.
okay, yeah, great to know that. And from coming to learning, so could you share some of your learnings, like what is that you didn't know before and you came to learn through this presentation?
Ma'am, we came to know we learned the importance of cyber ethics. It's 10 commandments, how to stay safe in the cyber world. And we also knew we also learned that we should not use the cyber space to harm anybody. Also, we learned the importance of hard work and teamwork, which is why we are here today.
And ma'am, we learned how to make a video from PowerPoint, a MP4 video, and ma'am, how to create avatars too.
Yeah, that seems like a great learning experience from you. Well done, both of you. Like presentation was a very well put, and your hard work hard work could be seen based on like the scripted presentation too. So kudos for that. That's it from my side. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Anupriya, would you like to pose some questions to the team?
Congratulations, both of you. You've made an amazing presentation. And I love both your avatars.
Thank
So
you.
who came up with this idea?
Ma'am, we discussed together and we thought that this would be a little different and more interesting for kids. So we thought to make some avatars.
So you said that you learned how to make videos. How did you learn how to make those videos?
Ma'am, on the first slide, the video we have made on our own from PowerPoint only. First, we added some GIFs. We added background. We added pictures, text, narration, our avatars. And ma'am, then we went to file. We exported it in MP4. We saved it and we added it in the first slide.
So who came up with this idea? And this was probably the first time you've used a video, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we thought that it would be more interesting and kids would gain knowledge from this and it would be interesting. So we thought how to make a video.
So how about using this video to promote cyber safety online? Have you thought about this?
Yes, ma'am. We thought maybe if we share this video in this PowerPoint presentation, maybe lots of other people would learn the use and importance of cyber ethics.
That's a good. Where do you think you can promote this?
And ma'am,
I think we can promote this in our schools.
So how will you share it with everyone? What about your personal friend circles? Are you all part of any like, you know, the Snapchat and all? I believe all you youngsters are part of chat groups and all. Do you discuss with your friends about all the safety?
Actually, ma'am, we are not part of any Snapchat or any cyber groups. We thought if you wanted to share it in school, we could perhaps share it with our private, our friend circle or our teachers. So maybe they could help us in promoting this project and this video.
I think so. That's a wonderful idea. And you should speak to your teachers about this.
Ma'am, I wanted to add a point. Ma'am, we can share this small video on YouTube and WhatsApp also.
That'll be nice. I think so. There are a lot of children who are following YouTubers. And if they also had these videos where, you know, they would learn a bit about safety. So it would benefit many of them. You should consider that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now we would like to invite the upcoming team with team code EP025 to present.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Hello everyone, we are representing the team EP025. Today, we will going to present a presentation on cyber ethics. So let's say, what is cyber ethics? Cyber ethics is the study of ethical behaviors for preparing guidelines for cyber use. Now we will learn examples of threats if we are not following cyber ethics. Online harassment, bullying and hacking, identity theft is another threat. Downloading viruses is also a big threat. Important measures to stop cyber crimes. Using encryptions to send files, using firewalls to protect from viruses, using digital signature to sign on files, using synchronized password to protect the files. Why cyber ethics is important? Cyber ethics are important to become a good cyber citizen. Over to my partner.
What is the importance of ethics in cybercrime? The ethics helps to maintain a set of guidelines for communication. In that way, no one is harmed or crosses the limit of internet. Cyber laws and cyber ethics. Thus, in the Indian cyber laws are governed by the IT Act, also called Information Technology Act 2000. It came to the force on 17 October 2000. Why we should do responsible behavior on the internet? We should do responsible behavior on the internet. With the increased use of internet, it is very crucial to follow the cyber ethics. Now let's understand that why shouldn't we download copyright data? Every person is downloading everything without even knowing the copyright laws in India. Very few users understand that we can't copy everything from internet. Otherwise, we are breaching the Indian laws. The final is conclusion about cyber ethics. We need to follow cyber ethics for a safe internet view. It prohibits any illegal activity on our device. These are internationally followed set of general standards to use the web.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
That sure was an intriguing presentation by team code EP025. Miss Nidhi, would you like to ask any questions?
Yeah, that was a good presentation. You highlighted the ethics and laws well. Coming to copyright, you said like you couldn't use anything, copied anything from internet, right? So while making presentation, you might have used some images which are not your own, and you might have used them from internet. So how did you know that it was safe to use those images and you could use them in your presentation and they wouldn't come as part of copyright?
Ma'am, because Google has a safety web. If the website or the photo is saved, that Google will do it a tick mark that this website or photo is safe, not a copyright data. If the website or picture is not ticked by Google, that means it has some copyright data in it.
Okay, yeah, and you could also do one thing like while taking some reference from internet, like what we do usually these days is like if we are using some data from internet, we can just specify from where we are using this, like the site and the reference part, so that like people know like this is not your own content, like referred from this particular website or so. So that is also a good way to use content if it's like open source, like free to use. Coming to learning, do you use how do you decide like this software or a application or a website is safe to use? Like before knowing cyber ethics and after knowing, what did you learn and how will you like implement it while using technology?
Ma'am, we have Northern Software antivirus.
Okay, yeah, and
to
like
check it is virus free. To check it is virus free.
And what about
Also, I use Mackay's McAfee. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, ask anything else?
Yes, ma'am.
If there's anything else, over to Miss Anupriya to ask questions if she wishes to.
Yeah, thank you. I think there was nice coordination between the children. But I feel that a lot of these children are basically just copy pasting from the net. And I wonder if they're able to understand much. So, children, if I ask you, you've done your research, you must have understood. But whenever you make a presentation, are you adding any of your views to this or any of your learning?
Yes, ma'am. I learned to not to send our emails to unknown members.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And I have learned that we should make firewalls in our device to stop any unknown OTP coming on our device.
So, had you been doing this earlier using these firewalls?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And I hope you both consult your parents before, you said you know a lot about all these antivirus softwares and all. So who updates that? Are you taking on the responsibility of checking that your antiviruses are updated and installed at home?
Father.
Yes, ma'am. It shows that some apps needs update, and when I click on it, it shows all the apps that needs to update.
So now that you've learned so much, do you think you can tell your parents that you're willing to take on this responsibility from them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So instead of your father, maybe now you can do all the antivirus updating and the apps updating and the firewalls. That would be real learning, wouldn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Now, we would like to invite the team code EP028 to present its presentation.
A very good morning to the respected judges, teachers, and our dear friends. We would like to take this opportunity to share our thoughts on one of the most important topics that impacts our generation today, cyber ethics.
Do not use computers to harm other users. Be polite and kind during your chat sections. Do not use computers to steal others' information. Always respect copyright laws and policies. Good morning, everyone. Today, our team is here to present before you our PowerPoint presentation on the most relevant topic of the modern era, cyber ethics. Some of the common activities we indulge into the cyber world are browsing, education, emailing, social networking, and gaming. At all times when we are online, we must follow the code of responsible behavior on the internet. That is, we must adhere to the cyber ethics. Let's cognize a few do's and don'ts to be followed in the world of computers. Don't be rude or disrespectful. Don't plagiarize other people's content. Don't try to steal others' information. Don't peep into other people's files. Don't bully people online. Don't use other computers' resources without authorization. Let's have a look at various crimes which take place in the cyberspace in lieu of non-adherence to cyber ethics. As a follower of cyber ethics, we must not stalk or harass anyone online by means of email, text message, or social media. Research has shown that females are made victims of cyber stalking more than males. To prevent cyber stalking, one must not connect to strangers online and use a VPN.
Do you know that in 2020, the state of Maharashtra recorded the highest number of 388 cyberbullying incidents against women and children? But what is cyberbullying? Let's find out.
One should refrain from bullying others online, which includes abusing or using harsh language or posting, sending or sharing negative, harmful, false or mean content about someone on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, gaming sites, etc. Cyberbullying is an intense form of psychological abuse that causes emotional damage to the victim. We must inform the adults if we are being bullied or stalked online in any form. When in the cyber world, we must avoid deleting any kind of malware that destroys files, holds computers hostages, or steals passwords, credit card numbers, and other personal information. That is, we must abstain from hacking. Don't hack others' passwords, important files, personal information, or credit card number. Save your PC from hackers by changing your password regularly, using a VPN, avoiding public Wi-Fi, not opening unknown links on the internet. To arouse some curiosity, let me show you some of the most famous black hat hackers of the world. Julian Assange. Assange started hacking at the age of 16 and went on to hack various networks including NASA, Stanford University, and the Pentagon. He is currently under house arrest in London. Kevin Mitnick, once known as the most wanted computer criminal in US history. He stole millions of dollars of corporate secrets from IBM, Motorola, telecom companies, and even the National Defense Warning System. He was sentenced to 5 years of jail. After his release, he became a successful security consultant, public speaker, and author. A few other black hat cyber criminals are Adrian Lamo and Albert Gonzalez.
Games like the Blue Whale Challenge, the Salt and Ice Challenge are not only dangerous for children, but has driven teenagers into self-harm and in some cases, suicide as well. Let's find out more.
As per cyber ethics, we must always refrain from objectionable content for children online, self-harming games or tricks, sexually explicit content, or violent content. Online etiquettes prohibit indulgence into acts of phishing, where an attacker sends a fraudulent and fake message designed to trick a victim into revealing sensitive information, or to deploy malware on the victim's computer, like ransomware. Though we may follow all cyber ethics, there will always be people who don't. It is therefore advisable to remain alert at all times and keep your security uptight. Use a strong passcode so hackers can't hack your account. Use a firewall to block malicious content. Use anti-malware to protect yourself on the internet. Keep your OS and browser updated for maximum security. Encrypt your data by using VPNs. Cyber laws have been made all over the world to punish those who flout the cyber ethics and indulge in cyber crimes. Initiatives are being taken to help cybercrime victims as well.
Was an attempt from our side to explain you the various risks that internet can expose us to. Let's pass on the message to everyone to make browsing a happy experience. Thank you.
Enjoy and utilize the power of computers, but be ethical at all times. This PPT is really long, so if you want the full version, links and videos included, you can see it on my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Ma'am, that was our PPT.
That was a commendable performance by team code EP028. Miss Nidhi, the floor is open to questions now.
Hi, yeah. So, in terms of presentation, like the content was, I could see like very in detail, and you deep dive into a lot of topics. So, while making the presentation and the content part, so it involved a lot of content, which I believe is very like might be overwhelming for your age. So, you were able to understand everything or like some part of it.
No, ma'am, we did a lot of research on it. So me and Abhav, we generally understand all the topics where they are mentioning here.
Oh, so what did you like understand from phishing, like in your terms?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that's why Google has a spam filter, because phishing emails are fake emails that are like that trick you into clicking a link, and then they make fake links, and then they say your computer is hacked, and then like they ask you to pay this toll-free number to get it fixed. It's a very lucrative scam.
Okay, so like after reading and making this presentation, would you be identify a mail which you can see like this is a fraud mail or this is a spam?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, spam mails generally there's one way to easily identify them. They generally they can't use the company email. So if they're impersonating Microsoft, you should always check if they're using Microsoft's official company email.
Yeah, checking and also checking the text part, like if they are telling you to click here and there.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that shouldn't be used. Yeah, that is good to know that. In terms of learning, what is one cyber crime that you got to know via working on this presentation, and you believe that was very important to know as coming to your age, and you are like prone to using technology as you grow?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is one, but it's not mentioned in this PPT. Ma'am, it was actually, it's kind of like phishing, ma'am. Ma'am, scamming. It happens a lot, ma'am. Like people in games, if you are playing an online game, then people will try to actually scam you because they know kids are playing the game. But I know when they're scamming, so I just tell everybody that they're scamming so that nobody gets affected.
So how did you identify that it's a scam or it's like a genuine?
Because like they generally impersonate famous people. Like ma'am, there's a YouTuber named Mr. Beast. One time he was like in my lobby in the game. So everybody was saying, and he was telling them to click on the link. So ma'am, I was talking to my friend at that time. So ma'am, I had told him he was a scammer, and I said in the chat also of the game, so that nobody opens his link. Ma'am, they ask for your email and then they hack you. Ma'am,
Okay,
and from this PPT, I think the most important from this PPT would be hacking, ma'am. Ma'am, because hacking is a pretty broad term. So like it can be like hacking your own, like ethical hacking could be if you hack your own password because you forgot it. But like unethical hacking would be hacking someone else's password for your own gain.
Yeah, it's good to know that you are aware and you have understood the content well. And what about your partner? What was your key takeaway from cyber ethics?
Ma'am, that the much that I learned from this was like I learned some cyber ethic rules, like you shall not bully people online, and you shall not harm other users, And also, you shall not steal other people's information. You shall not peep into other people's files without the owner's permission.
Okay, so now you will be able to identify if this is ethical use of software or not after this presentation, right?
Ma'am, can I say one thing? Ma'am, actually, I found one thing which I tried with my friends one time. It is related to this, ma'am. Ma'am, when we were researching, I found a tool called Grabify. Ma'am, it's actually there are people who do use Grabify to get so ma'am, I tested it out. Basically, I could get my friend's IP address. One of them was using a VPN, one of them actually wasn't. So I could find my one friend's IP address, but the other ones were showing he was in Hong Kong or somewhere. Yes, ma'am. So that's how I learned the importance of VPNs. Ma'am, we use WinScribe VPN.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good to know that. Like your awareness was also highlighted in the presentation and your skills too. So that was good to know that you were able to understand cyber ethics and also follow them. Good to know that. And coming to presentation, it was very well put through. Like the videos and the script and all that part was good. So well done on the presentation part.
Thank you.
Miss Anupriya, please feel free to do the same.
Hello, children. I loved your presentation because it was different from the others in the sense you had picked up cyber criminals, not just crime. This shows us that the crime is actually real and live, and it's not just a lot of content which is there for us to learn. These are live examples.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, you both are in gaming also. Is it very frequent that you get hackers and all these people join your games?
Yes, ma'am. Generally, it's very common, but now generally everybody is aware of these people, so nobody generally falls for it nowadays.
But how do you get to know? What if there's a new child who's entered the gaming scene very recently? How would he or she know?
Ma'am, but like generally it's a thing that there's a form post that everybody has to do this, that if there's actually a report button, so if somebody is trying to scam, you can actually report them so they can't scam you like that.
Have you done that ever?
Yes, ma'am.
Reported anyone?
Yes, ma'am, many times for scamming, because there are loads of scammers on the internet.
And you have your safety in line when you're playing.
Yes, ma'am, that's why VPNs are very important. So they
And
can't
your
track
friends
it.
also use the VPNs, all of them?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, one of them doesn't, but he actually was not using it then because it was affecting his internet connection. But generally, he told me he uses it.
Okay, and people who don't have it, do you tell them to use it?
Yes, ma'am. My friend that tell. Ma'am, it was actually in the first version of the PPT before I made all the slides. There was actually a video of me telling my using Cabify and telling my friends that.
That's nice. And where did you get the idea of having all these criminal reports and newspaper clippings for your PPT?
Ma'am, newspaper clippings. I actually saw loads of. When I see PPTs, I thought of something modern, and I thought maybe it would be good to add newspaper clippings as the background, because lots of things use newspaper clippings. Ma'am, my idea was to put them one by one, like how they come, but actually that was not possible because I had to make a collage out of them.
Okay, so maybe you can ask your teachers for future presentations, if you ever want to use it, how they can come on one by one and still appear as a collage.
Yes, ma'am, but then that would take a long time because there were lots of pictures.
There are lots of pictures, but your PPT would come out being far more creative in future, maybe not this time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So, yeah, you tell me, what have you learned, Beta, from this?
I learned that we shall not hack anybody. We shall not bully people online, and we use computers and hack other people, or not steal people's information. And we shall not peep into other person's not the other person. And one time one time I was playing a game and I got hacked by a person. So I had to call my parents and then
Really? So what did you do about it? How did you manage that?
ma'am, I just tried to re-download that and I also downloaded a new antivirus.
Did you inform your parents? I hope you all always keep your parents updated and informed if something ever goes wrong.
Yes.
All the best, children. Thank you so much.
And also, ma'am, it is important to use an antivirus on your computer so that your computers be safe from hack.
Yes, ma'am. Also firewall. Ma'am, firewall is inbuilt in Windows. Windows Defender also.
What antiviruses are you using since you're into gaming, both of you?
Ma'am, I use Quick Heal.
And you check that it's updated regularly?
Yes.
Ma'am, before I used to use McAfee, and now after when I
right now use McAfee only.
And now when I got hacked, I use Quick Heal.
So which one do you think is better for protection?
Ma'am, all antivirus are good. You just have to watch out that, ma'am, there are lots of fake security companies also.
Right. And how do you know which one's a genuine company?
The fake companies, generally a lot of people post YouTube videos to expose them so that people can know that they are fake. And also, ma'am, you can they send, that's how the phishing people get money. That's also one way of phishing. They send a link that your computer has been hacked by this kind of software, and then
So you follow YouTubers who guide you about all the latest and secure softwares, etc. Who do you follow?
Ma'am, Pleasant Green and Jim Browning.
Okay. And you also follow them?
No, ma'am, I don't follow any YouTuber.
Ma'am, Pleasant Green.
But your friend must be guiding you, learning from these YouTubers.
Ma'am, they actually made a BBC documentary. They exposed a scam call center.
Okay. And you watched all of that and learned something from that as well.
Yes, ma'am. That was some part of the research. I had watched that BBC documentary on it.
For this PPT?
Yes, ma'am, this PPT. That's why it took a bit long to do.
Good job.
Ma'am, from Quick Heal, you can scan your network and see that is it like safe or not? Because if it's not safe, you're gonna be it's not a nice.
So how often do you scan your PC for this?
Ma'am, like whenever this notification comes, I scan.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, McAfee. If I'm trying to download a mod or something, then if it's actually a scam, McAfee automatically closes that site and deletes the file.
So you both know your security and how to manage it.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This brings us to the end of all our presentations. We now invite Anupriya ma'am to say a few words.
Anupriya ma'am, we would like you to share your experience with our young kids.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I felt was that all of these children have worked very hard. Their coordination and teamwork is also very good. But in majority of the cases, what I felt was they've just copied the content and they have kind of read it out. What I feel is that unless the children are learning, implementing, and able to understand how this affects their own lives, there's no real learning. So my thing was only that, are they able to discuss this either with their teachers or amongst themselves as these 10, 12 children together, and see if they can make a real difference in their lives from this learning, as well as their classmates or the school, like those girls who made the video. If the school could actually encourage that video being
I think we lost the connection with Anupriya ma'am. We'll just wait for 2 minutes. All the participants can turn on their cameras. Arshdeep, I think we can request our next judge to give the share their experiences by that time.
Yes, ma'am. Nidhi ma'am, could you please share your observations? Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. So in terms of presentation wise, like I had judged this same event last year too. So coming to that, I have seen a lot of difference in presentation. Like I have seen improvement in presentation. Like a lot of presentations were focused on presenting, and they were like well coordinated, switching between the partners, and that was well coordinated. And also coming to the content and relevance, so I saw that a lot of the presentations were like well detailed and searched through. And yeah, so like as Anupriya said, like it might take some time for children to actually understand these concepts in detail as they grow. This might be like little overwhelming coming to their age too, but yeah, if schools can like that was a good point, like if schools could also bring cyber security to notice at a very young age, so that they could know how to use technology efficiently. That would be a good takeaway from this event. But coming to event, like all the participants were very good in terms of presentation and putting forward their ideas and understanding. So it was good to know that they had put in a lot of effort and hard work into that. So kudos to everyone. Yeah, and that's it from my side.
Thank you, ma'am. With
We
that,
have Anupriya ma'am back here, Dhruv, please.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry, I really don't know how much of my previous you could hear.
Ma'am, you were suggesting the school should take the initiatives.
Yeah, I was wondering if they can share it at least on the class groups one, because these children have worked so hard. So, they could actually applaud the work of these children. And also, children learn more from each other. it's at times when the parents and the children, the teachers are speaking, it's more like, okay, fine, that's another adult lecturing us. But these children actually have done research for real data to support whatever they have presented. So either it could be collated, or if they could also have a chance to present this to their classmates in another session, which they could have, and they could have maybe an open discussion so that other children, most of these children aren't into gaming, but majority of them are.
Yes, Dhruv.
Thank you, ma'am. With that, we come to an end of this event. Best of luck to all our participants for the results, which will be declared during the closing ceremony to be held on 21st of January 2022. Thank you all for joining today. We hope you all enjoyed this event.
Thank you.
Thank you.